You are tuning in to Women's Fight News. My name is Rack Noble. I'm here at the Savannah Marshall Claressa Shields press conference with Caroline Dubois. Caroline, how are we feeling today?
I'm feeling very excited. Going up on the press conference, I don't know why, but I just got all kind of butterflies and nerves. And I think it's just because now I'm realising things are clicking on. You know, all week I've been thinking, obviously I'm fighting, and I've been switching on to that. I'm training hard, but now that I'm here, and the atmosphere, the attitude, the people have turned up for this great fight, it's just made me realise how real this is.
Yeah, you're right. It's very real. It's all real. It's as real as it can get right about now, because this is the biggest female boxing event that there's ever been in the UK, and all female cards, undisputed clash, a unified title clash, and you get to be a part of it. How does it feel coming this far in such a short space of time, being only 3-0?
I'm very blessed and I'm very privileged, and I see that every day. You know, I'm on an opportunity to watch, you know, some of my most favourite fighters, people who I follow, you know, since I was a young kid, watching Claressa Shields at the Olympics 2012, watching Savannah Marshall at the Olympics 2012, and now I'm boxing in the same card as them. It's just insane.
That must be a mad feeling, because you was watching Claressa Shields at the 2012 Olympics, 2016 Olympics, and now you're mates.
I know, it's mad. I was 11 years old when I first seen her, and now, you know, I see her as someone who I look up to, seeing her, how she prepares, how she, you know, is diligent and is conducting herself.
So of course, being on this big stage, what does it mean to you? Because this is something which is historic. It
is a historic night for women's boxing, but I think an historic night for boxing.
So of course, 3-0 currently at this point of time, 3 knockouts, I believe. Your opponent on Saturday night, what are your thoughts and feelings going into this one?
I've seen her. She's been in there with some good opponents. You know, she's fought Delphine Pursoon, who gave Katie Taylor that crazy 2 fights. She's fought Firuza Sharapova, another Katie Taylor's opponent. She's fought Katie Taylor. She's fought Maeva Hamadouchi. She's fought, you know, world champions, and she's been up there. Of course, she's lost, but she's been in the ring with these people. She knows how to conduct herself. She knows how to get through the rounds. She knows how to pace herself. And I reckon she's going to come out the first 2 rounds firing. And if I can't back her up, she'll be game all the way.
So of course, just touching on a bit of preparation, you were training at the McGuigan's camp. You got Shane there. He's a top coach. He's got some good fighters in the gym. You're training with your brother every day. It feels like a good old family setup. Do you feel like that's getting the best out of you and the most out of you for these fights in this early part of your career?
You know, it's a nice vibe going down to the gym all the time. Every time you go there, even when I'm not boxing, somebody else is. So there's always that buzz, that excitement, and it's funny how Shane manages to get the attention around every fight, and I suppose that's what makes him a great coach. He's very fair and he's very equal with all of us, no matter if we're beginners or fighting for world champion titles. And you know, we have a few world champions in the gym, and I just want to follow in their footsteps.
Yeah, you got a banging stable. We got Adam Azim, Chris Billen-Smith, Okoli, your brother who's now WBA champ, yourself. So it's a growing stable. Of course, you're 3 fights in. Let's say you'll be 4 fights in by Saturday. How long until you start fighting for titles? Because it seems to me you're getting your girls out of there pretty early before time. When will we be getting this point in?
Hopefully next year. You know, I've got 1 more fight at the end of this year, and then next year I've got another 5, and I want to, hopefully by the end of the year, be a world champion or fighting for one.
Now just touching on the main cards, Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall. Of course, you're pretty good friends with Claressa Shields. How do you see this one going?
It's a very 50-50 fight. You know, I've been asked this question a good few times, and I find it very, very hard to give an answer, because I just think this is a very, very 50 fight, you know. I think the person who can control their nerves, get out the ring, as soon as the bell goes, start doing what their game plan is. Stick to the game plan, be disciplined, and just be who's trained the hardest is going to win this fight. I don't know. I hope Claressa Shields, you know, can pull through, because she's someone I've watched for such a long time, and she's inspired me, and watching her has made me see where I want to go. So she's just someone that's always up there, but at the end of the day, the person who's trained the hardest is going to win.
And lastly, of course, like you said, you watched Claressa at the 2012 Olympics, 2016 Olympics. You've always been a big fan of boxing yourself.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to the new generation of female fighters wanting to get into boxing and wanting to start up? Because they didn't have all this stuff that you've got now growing up watching boxing. They didn't have this stuff to look to. Now that they've got it, what message would you give to them?
I would say, you know, boxing's a very hard sport, and if you want to do it, you got to go 100%. There's no 50 commitment, no 20%. You can't be doing boxing and doing jiu-jitsu and then doing the drama classes and doing this and doing that. You have to be 100% committed, because there's so much to gain from it, and you'll just, you know, there's so much you can improve as a person. It teaches you discipline, teaches you so much. So to anyone doing it, enjoy it 100% and go out there and be committed.
Thank you for your time, Caroline.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Caroline. I'll see you Saturday night.
Thank you.
And all the best 4-0.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and why not check out any other videos on the channel. You can follow Women's Fight News on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.